What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're talking about the new AR, the VHX D3, which is now my personal favorite AR. And of course, in classic, well, video game fashion, the new weapons that they added in the new season of whatever game you're talking about are really fucking good or overpowered. I wouldn't say that this AR is overpowered. It might be, but I'm not going to say that just yet. The new DMR, the G428, I believe, is absolutely overpowered, and when I unlock that, I will have a dedicated video just like this one to that DMR. So in this video, we're going to be talking about this gun in depth. We're going to go over TTK, attachment setups. Basically, this is going to be like an old school Battlefield weapons setup video. If you remember some of the in the works videos, that's way old school Battlefield 3, where he goes over the weapons. It's going to be sort of like those videos. So let's just jump right into it. If you enjoy the video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for the massive support on all of the Season 6 videos. You guys have been absolutely crushing it. And yeah, I just really can't thank you enough. So when's the last time you saw an AR do this? Right, I mean, that's that's why this AR is so good, borderline overpowered in my opinion. It is incredibly accurate, has a super high fire rate, and kind of reminds me, dare I say, the RM68 a little bit. Except the RM68 didn't have a 40+ round magazine like this weapon is going to have. And I guess that's where we get into the attachments. So I don't have every attachment unlocked for this, but I know what the best attachments are, if that makes sense. I know what I'm going to set this weapon up to do. But as you can see, this AR has incredibly good hip fire. This is with no laser on it. Very good hip fire. On the new map, this thing absolutely shreds. I dropped 160 kills and 10 deaths with this AR on stream the other day. So for the attachments, if you are on controller, because controller gets less recoil, I would run factory barrel, because I don't think you need the Arcom tactical muzzle brake. This gun has a little bit of HREC, but like I said, if you play on controller, it's going to really tone down that HREC by a staggering 25%. So I think if you're on controller, which is most of us here probably watching this video, stick to the factory barrel. And if you're on PC, either use factory barrel or consider using the Arcom tactical muzzle brake just to get rid of that a little, side-to-side wiggle going on. Now, I would typically recommend wrapped suppressor, but they ruined suppressors in the Season 6 update, which is why I'm not going to recommend you use a suppressor on this at all. For those of you that don't know why they ruined suppressors, basically, if I were to slap a wrapped suppressor on here and I didn't use subsonic ammunition, the suppressor wouldn't work until someone was 40 meters away. Like, I would still show up on the minimap if I shot with a suppressor from 40 meters away, which is stupid. So yeah, don't use suppressors. It's very unfortunate. As far as underbarrel attachments, use the laser sight. I do not have the laser sight. It's like a 300 kill attachment or something. I'm almost there, but use the laser sight to further tighten the hip fire. This is going to be a kind of jack of all trades weapon. You can, if you want, slap the BCG light grip on here for even more accuracy, but as you can see, I mean, I'm not even bursting, and that guy's so far away. Let's try this one, right? This guy right here. Right, that was a little harder, but yeah. You get the picture. It's very accurate. I don't think you need a grip on this at all. And these are obviously like, pretty long distance kills. So yeah, use a laser sight just to further tighten the hip fire on this thing. In terms of the other underbarrel attachments, I always say fill out your attachment slots. So do either BCG grip or laser sight. I would recommend the laser sight over the grip. Do the HE grenade launcher and the incendiary grenade launcher, or you can do like smoke incendiary, smoke HE, whatever you want to do. As far as ammo types, the high power is obviously going to carry more of its TTK over range, but I would say in general, once you unlock the standard issue extended, which would put this gun at 40 rounds, I would use standard issue extended, standard issue, and then keep high power around. So that's how you would fill out your ammo here. And yeah, I think that gives you great versatility, great options. High power, let's just slap that on. High power does slightly lower the fire rate, but it is even more accurate, as you can see, which is why I say you don't need a grip. I mean, this thing just shreds people. I believe at its max fall off for damage drop off, high power has a TTK of, I think, just over 400 milliseconds, even out to 100 meters if you hit every bullet, which is extremely good. So let's jump over to some gameplay, and I'll go through the nitty-gritty numbers for you. So in terms of the raw numbers, this weapon does not disappoint, and it is incredibly versatile and deadly. We'll first start off with the factory barrel / compensator numbers for standard issue and standard issue extended ammo types. The full auto RPM of the VIII D3 is 811, so a blistering fast RPM, which gives it a full auto TTK between 0 and 9 meters of 222 milliseconds. And if you don't know what that means, you're essentially getting instantly murdered, as I am sure some of the background gameplay is demonstrating quite clearly. Now, past 9 meters, from 10 meters to 39 meters, it has a time to kill of 296 milliseconds. So it carries its fast time to kill out to quite a good distance. From 40 to 74 meters, it has a TTK of 370 milliseconds. And finally, from 75 to 100 meters and beyond, it has a time to kill of 444 milliseconds with standard issue and standard issue extended. Now, if we slap on high power, the TTK in close quarters actually goes up slightly, which means it gets worse, kills less quickly. Goes from 222 to 245, so a small change, but you will actually be able to feel that difference in TTK. And as you can imagine, the maximum distance TTK with high power is slightly faster than with standard issue extended. The high power TTK at 50 to 100 meters is 408 milliseconds compared to the standard issue extended TTK of 444. So you will be killing people extremely quickly no matter what ammo type you use. And I would recommend avoiding subsonic ammunition, as, well, you're not going to really use it with suppressors anymore because they ruin them. So I guess you don't really use subsonic ammunition at all. Moving on to some bullet velocity information, with standard issue ammo and factory barrel / any compensator, your bullet velocity will be 750 meters per second. If you slap high power on with the same barrel attachments, you will have 845 meters per second bullet velocity. So this thing's bullet velocity can get way up there while maintaining an RPM with high power ammo of 735. So this thing is definitely one of the strongest ARs, if not the strongest AR in the game right now. Incredibly good. And of course, let's not forget that this AR retains its ridiculous headshot multiplier of 2.15x at any distance, even with subsonic ammunition. So if you get hit in the head with this thing, you're essentially instantaneously killed. So my final thoughts on the VIII D3 is that it is an incredibly accurate high RPM SMG AR hybrid with sub 250 millisecond TTK. And the best part of all is, even after the spread updates, you really don't have to burst fire with this weapon much at all. And that makes it even more of a contender for best weapon in the entire game, just right there. So if you enjoy this sort of video, definitely let me know in the comments section. I haven't really done this in-depth single weapon format video in quite a long time, so I'd love some feedback. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I will be doing a giveaway here for some of my brand new mouse pads that I just released. Link will be in the description. If you are interested in any of those, they are similar to a Zowie GSR desk pad. They're a medium sort of speed control pad, rubber base, 2 unique designs. Make sure to use code ENDERS for 10% off, and I'm going to see you guys later.
Neutralized! God damn it, gotta reload!